Awesome. I need more firefighters around in my area. Sorry, I know that's sexist. But I just had to say it. Okay. I also just wanted to relate a really short story as well. I was not at my clinic 2 days ago, Wednesday. And when I got back to work on Thursday, I found out that my clinic in the waiting room had a really incredibly angry patient. He was angry at the process. He didn't want to follow the directions. And he escalated it. And of course, he's yelling at my colleague, Mary, who is my right-hand man in my clinic, and also at one of the chief physicians. And of course, we had to hit the panic button. And I just can't imagine. It's almost every day where I work. So think about that. And I also want to now introduce our next speaker. He is the Secretary-Treasurer of the Illinois AFLCIO. The Illinois AFLCIO, if you don't know, represents nearly 900,000 union members and is the voice of all working families in the state. Yes, our power lies with the many and diverse people we represent in a multitude of workplaces and in our ability to affect change. The AFL-CIO also helps improve the lives of working men and women by promoting the rights of workers to join a union and by making sure that their voices are heard in the state capitol. Let's give it up for Tim Drea, Secretary-Treasurer of Illinois AFL-CIO, and my newfound friend.
Thank you so much. Wow, good morning, everybody. What a nice crowd. Workplace safety is very, very important to me. I grew up Central Illinois, the son of a coal miner, and I can remember pre-1969, before they had federal laws on the books to protect coal miners, my mother would worry every day that she sent my father out to the coal mine. Is he going to finish his shift? And in 1969, they passed laws, Congress passed laws at the advocacy of coal miners to make sure that coal miners were in a much safer working environment. Thank you, Doris. When I went to the mine in 1979, it was much better, and she didn't have quite as much to worry about, but of course she always worried. So, with the Illinois AFL-CIO, we absolutely constantly work on pensions and collective bargaining and organizing and a lot of different issues. But I've always felt the most important thing we do is to advocate for laws in workplaces so that people can finish their shift and go home to their families. That's the single most important thing that we do, without a doubt. No child should have to be told, my father didn't get home because of some wacko in a hospital going crazy. It's just something we shouldn't have to ever do. We need to do everything we can. So we look forward to working with the nurses and others to improve workplace safety in hospitals and any place in healthcare where healthcare providers work to make sure that workers do return home to their families. Every April 28th, the AFL-CIO sponsors Workers' Memorial Day, that we bring a new emphasis on workplace safety and federal laws with OSHA and MSHA and other things like that. So this is not a one and done deal for the Illinois AFL-CIO. This is every day what we do, and we want to keep doing it. Now, I got to tell you, I was very, very impressed that Doris and Alice, you have a very bipartisan group here today, Republican legislators. I got to tell you, not very often I share a podium with Republican legislators talking about workplace safety. And that's not a shot at anybody, but that's to tell you what a great job you guys are doing. But there are interests out there. There's some very, very powerful interest out there. Now, I got to tell you, I know that if I go to the hospital, who takes care of me are the nurses. It's not the hospital, it's the nurses in the hospital take care of me. The hospital, they have they have a good persona of healing people. So they're a very, very strong lobby, very, very strong. They're very, very active politically. So to win this fight, it's going to take everybody. It's going to take all the nurses pounding on those doors, making those phone calls, and saying, show me your stethoscope. I want to see it because, by golly, I want a workplace that's safe. Yes. And just know we'll do anything we can. We'll do robocalls. We'll do whatever we can to help you finish your shift. Thank you very much. God bless.